Mabuhay, Tronglies! This is Marcelito Pomoy, and you are watching Thank God It's Filipino Friday, only here in Throga Channel.
In the Philippines they are singing, voices of angels are ringing. From Gary V to Maury, every song is a wow. They hit the high notes and the low notes with Katrina and Buddha Code. There's SP19 and Miss Casey playing the trumpet with her mouth. They got the choirs like the Madrigals, Gigi and Maestro Ryan sing. So let's roll out the red carpet for Lonnie, Leon and Regine. Thank God it's Filipino Friday, where the malls are a concert hall. But if you're one of the 5, hit like and subscribe, 'cause a small percent is still time well spent. Oh, thank God it's Filipino Friday.
Magandang, the show's over. Hold on. Magandang umaga, magandang gabi. The shortest TGIFF in history.
God, they just go right by.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that 90 minutes
flash.
is a flash. It really is.
Another smooth opening.
Always.
By us.
That's what we're here for. Let me bring
How you
you
guys doing?
guys in the chat. Good morning, everyone. I am in a good mood, not just because I woke up at 4:55 and had more time to wake up than you,
I have
my
no,
friend.
I mean, this is hard enough for me. I don't know how you do it. I do not know how you do it.
We live different lives in parallel.
We certainly do.
Somehow it syncs up. Today, Darren Espanto, very excited to roll back to him. One of the most...
Excellent.
His vocal gymnastics are just killer. His precision is just absolutely astounding. So I'm very excited to return.
Child prodigy turned into adult star. I love it.
Absolutely. VST and Company is a group, I think 70s and 80s. You guys will fill us in as we go in terms of when their rise to fame was in the Philippines. And Miss Gigi De Lana with the GiGi Vibes Band.
Killer.
So it's gonna be
Killer.
a good one. And I'm thinking we don't have any filler. Let's get to it.
Let's do it. But before we do, if you could be so kind and hit like and subscribe and ring that bell so you're always kept up to date with what's going on in our world, and you can always do something. I don't even know. Just it's good to have that information.
It really is. Do with it as you wish. Also, please be sure to click on the link below in the description where you can buy us a coffee, help support this page, this Filipino Friday podcast especially. And you can even become a Thronely member if you're interested in checking out our Sunday shorts and our exclusive events such as a Thronely Choice, where we have you guys vote on which artists we're going to do. And if you become a Diamond member, which actually we have a few Filipinos as part of our Diamond community representing, and really helps us steer the ship, and particularly helps us out on these days, of course, with Everett and Francesca with our Throgalog time and all that. So always a lot of fun.
Yeah. You know, it's always the lag, because there's a slight delay after I talk for it to reach you. So when I do my little spiel and there's silence, I'm like, and this, and I kind of fill up the space somehow. So that's where the awkwardness comes from.
Jeremy, ditch the meeting. Ditch the meeting. Stay with us. What are you doing?
Yes.
All right. So
awkward space.
First up is Darren, and before we play, a reminder for those of you who are going to the Houston event, the Showstoppers event with Morissette and Darren. It is June 14th. It's coming up in just 2 weeks. Wow. That's coming up really quick.
I'm
We have-
listen, I'm wedding planning. The time is flying right by. Just like this show today.
I am sure.
a little slower than this show.
It was like
The
no
first
gap.
part of it.
But
yes,
yeah,
flying
so
right by.
our speaking of Diamond members, Art Noxon, who you see in the chat, and Latte Lover have sponsored that event with Maury and Darren. Invited Johnny and I, of course, but unfortunately we can't do it, which really sucks. We really wish we were there with you, but they're going to have a booth so you guys can come up and say hi, which is super cool. And we just found out also on the big screen, the LED screen, they're going to roll our TGIFF intro, a little like a shorter version of it with the song and everything. So we're going to be there represented. We're so excited to be part of that event, which we could be there. But if anyone is going to be there, please stop by the booth and let us know in the chat if you're attending or if you're thinking about going. Tickets are still available, and you can check that out as well. All right, that's my
Indeed.
spiel. So
All
the
right.
first song with Darren, that looks an awful lot like Morissette.
Oh,
What?
that's strange. What a coincidence.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a duet with Morissette.
It's almost like you're in charge of this and planned it somehow.
As long as I'm in charge of the buttons, you guys are gonna have to bear with me.
Yes. I don't think anybody's complaining about this one.
No, and if you are complaining, this is the wrong channel for you. What am I gonna do?
Yes.
So
yes.
this is Die With a Smile. We do have a poll coming up for a second song, of course, and there are some solo pieces of Darren's as well, but I couldn't help myself. This was also highly requested. Probably gonna have to put this on Transparency. It looks like a TV show. We'll have the link to the original, which is on Morissette GP page. I don't know if they are here. Often they stop in. Let's go. Oh, that's weird. All right, here we go.
I just woke up from a dream.
Oh,
You and I had said goodbye, and I don't know what it all means. But since I survived, I realized
so
wherever
vulnerable.
you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody is promised tomorrow, so I'ma live it every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you.
Nice. I was gonna say when he started out, I was like, yeah, there's some Bruno Mars vibes going on. It's a Bruno Mars song.
Well, that-
So I guess that makes sense.
That may have been an influence on his choices.
I'm not as familiar with this one. But when I got into it a little more, I was like, oh yeah, that's Bruno Mars.
But when Darren opens up, he's got a different tone than Bruno. There's just that power.
He does.
You could feel like the engine just revving. Sometimes he just like leans into the gas, just almost too much at moments. Kind of like whoa, and then dial it back because he's got such passion behind his delivery, and just doing the riffs up in that space with that much air pressure and the chest range and everything. He's just a beast.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a riff monster for I don't know how many decades now. When was he? How long has he been doing this? How old is he?
Well, I think the youngest we saw him was what, like maybe 12 or something like that. I don't know. He looked 9, but he was like early teens.
I know, but just a powerhouse. Yeah,
he's just so good. But he's just got that suave vibe. He's comfortable on stage. He's got the swagger, but also just that velvety tone on like the verses. There's just something very inviting and vulnerable. Just really well balanced.
Yeah, no, I feel like his tone is definitely maturing into this sort of it's becoming, I don't know, it's just got this velvety coolness to it. Like early on, kind of like the Michael thing, it's like I
Right.
always that's always my comparison for the child stars, as they evolve throughout their career. It's like a totally different thing, and when he was younger, it had more of a hard to say. It was just, how would you describe that? It's definitely like different. It's like a little bit more over the top, and it's
I
kind of like
actually have
rounding into
no
something
idea because
very-
I was reading the chat and I missed the initial question. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
He's 24. We have that information.
24 now. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's just something about his sound now. It's got that adult, he's just
Oh,
getting
yes.
into
Okay.
groove,
I'm
and-
catching up to the conversation. My apologies. Yes. There is. So structurally, everything's settled in. But still at 24, we've talked about this before, particularly with male singers, it's late 20s, early 30s, where they tend to really,
Mhm.
with wisdom and youthful tensions kind of worked out, and they've settled into their craft. So I still feel like he's got another 5 years to go to get like the best version of him in terms of
Right.
consistent tone and stylistic choices, which is pretty cool. I would
Yeah.
think of it
Like
from that
I guess
perspective.
yeah, for sure. Like when he was a kid, I feel like it was a little more over the top, and everything's a little bit more. He's like getting some nuance and
Right.
just more finesse now, like Francesca just said. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a push on these moments, just with the key that it's in. He's choosing to because he can do like a mixed version versus belted. And so he's going for the belt, which gives it a little bit of a stress. But to me, I interpret that as that passionate kind of delivery. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all right, let's keep going with this one. I think we have time before that happens.
I don't even want to do this anymore, 'cause you already know what you mean to me, and I'm the only one worth fighting for. Wherever you go, that's where I follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the
Ooh.
world was
Modulation there.
I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just so I can die with the soul. If the world was ended, I wanna be next to you.
Right next to you.
Ooh, next to you.
So effortless.
Yeah.
Right next to you.
So you guys are suggesting in the chat that he wasn't well. You could hear a little push. We heard, that's what I was saying earlier on. You hear like there's like a fight for some moments. I don't know if he was sick or not, but it's the texture of, I mean, his skills are showing, right? I mean, he's obviously an amazing singer, and I love they didn't use autotune. He didn't lip sync. There's no cheats. I will take
Right. Gotta
I will
respect
take
that. Yeah.
the singer that's a little compromised because of whatever in life that influences their voice directly, shows up and gives me that 1,000 times over, something, post-produced or
yeah.
modified and everything like that. And sometimes the artist doesn't even have a say for that. Sometimes they just do it and, it's beyond their control. And we've seen those scenarios. But I still love, you could get the core of who he is and what his skills are still absolutely shown through here, even if it's not his best version of the song.
Yeah. Yeah. You
And they
can't
always
teach-
sound
You
great.
can't teach tone. Yeah, you can't teach tone. There's definitely some pitchy moments, but whatever.
It's it's
Whatever.
and it's such a relative thing, right?
Yeah, right.
Because
Pitchy, based on what we're used to
based
hearing
on what we
from
know,
him or whoever,
yeah, so there's that little fight,
We
but
know-
it's
yeah, but
Yeah.
he still sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah, and the skill set's still there. I've got no issues with this.
If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through,
I wanna hold you.
I mean,
Nice.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and die with the sun.
If the world was ending,
I wanna be next
it's great.
to you. If the world was
ending, I wanna be next to you.
Yeah.
I wanna be next to you.
And just to drive that idea home, I have to say, let's do a reality check, right?
Yeah.
The reality
helpful,
check is Maury and Darren. Let's if we were all to agree, and everybody's gonna have their own opinion, if we were all to agree that this wasn't their best performance, and I've heard them both do better with relatives. I mean, Maury was right on. I'm my focus is on Darren right now, obviously, because that's who we're featuring today.
Right.
Maury's amazing. I'm just kidding.
We know.
But even if that wasn't the best version, what he just did live is still, by industry standards in the US, we'll just take our own market, in the top 1%
Oh, absolutely.
of
Yeah.
delivery. It's that good. And we are spoiled with
Certainly
Filipino
spoiled.
Friday singers. Truly. I mean, because the standard is so insanely high compared to what we hear in a lot of other countries around the world, US primarily being one of them, where they welcome lip syncing and the auto-tune and things like that. And we've had this conversation before. We get it. We understand why it's used and blah, 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 blah. But the human in me, the heart in me, the singer in me, just this is
I
just art in its
No,
most
it's
amazing form.
That's the great thing about this show. We can't lose. You know, we really can't. It's a 100% win ratio. But yeah, we're nitpicking things, but like I said, when his tone is great, and that's definitely a challenge, especially when you're known as a child singer that's so amazingly good, to find your identity as your voice is changing and you're maturing and going through puberty and all that stuff. It's like it totally changes, and I mean, everything is unstable for a while, and the fact that he's finding his sound, which is a completely different sound than when he was 12 years old. And like you said, there's still, he's got 5 to 10 years to really go into like the prime.
Exactly.
Because it takes a male voice a long time to do that. Like you said, like 30, 35.
We're slow at everything is really what it comes down to.
Pretty much, yeah. No, he is a great talent. Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. I think the two of them, because of their riffs, their timing, their phrasing, they're a great match, which is why I'm sure they obviously know that's why they do so many shows together.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great. So let's see. The next, ang susunod na mang awit, I see VST and Company.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I got a new mug. This is from
that looks fancy.
Francesca.
Oh, really? What does it say?
So it says senior citizen texting code. So everybody knows that I'm always on the cutting edge of the modern lingo. So I'm not. I don't have Riz in that area. No, that's not the right use. Whatever.
I think you just demonstrated your
senior citizen texting code. So BFF actually means best friend fell. LOL means little old lady. BTW means bring the wheelchair, and and many more. So thank you, Francesca.
That's great. Oh my goodness. All right. So this song is the one we're starting off with is Tayo. Tayoyi. How do you do just the Y? You guys can help me out. So you can see it right here, Johnny. It says
Oh, yeah.
Tayoyi. I can't remember. It's just Yi?
Tayoyi?
Tayoyi?
Tayoyi.
Or is it Yi? I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Magsayawan.
Magsayawan.
Magsayawan. If you can interpret that, that would rock. Appreciate that. Let's check this out. This is... So I was just seeing if we have any more information regarding when the song was released. I don't have that. Tayoy. Tayoy. I think. Thank you. Let's dance.
I love the 70s.
Thank you for that info.
The string lines.
It's all there. All right. I'm guessing you're in chord heaven a little bit.
There's some good chords here.
There we go. Yeah, it's not like modulation
I love that.
like chord heaven in that sense, but there's that 70s.
It's the transitions between. So yeah, like a lot of modern music, it's basically you got 4 chords in a verse.
Right.
I love the old stuff because there's, it's not necessarily complicated all the time. It's just the way they get to it. Da, 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 da. It's like very jazzy. It's those little turnarounds that are great. And then you hit the chorus, and I just love the major sevenths. I'm a big major seventh fan. So what that is basically you take a chord, so a basic major chord, and then you add the 7th tone of the major scale, and it just kind of.
What chord are you doing?
Okay, so this is it's a G flat major 7th. So
I got you. Hold on.
You got it? Let's
G
see.
flat major. Right?
Oh, wait a minute.
Are you transposed?
Yes, I'm transposed. Yeah. I was like,
that
something's
sound
wrong.
good.
Okay, that's even easier. So it's
Where
a
are
F
we?
major 7.
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
F major 7, I believe.
Oh, F. Okay. So the 7 is here. So you have 5, right? So yeah, that's juicy.
And then the next chord is an E minor 7. So that's and that's called a dominant 7th. It's not a major 7th. So
because it's a whole step away from the 8 versus a half step. And I gotcha. Yeah, it's just there's something.
It just colors it up a little bit more. It's like
it is colorful.
The basic chord.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a cool vibe.
All right, let's keep going here. I love that they're just capturing just culture in this video. It's just like
Yeah, for sure.
everybody's included.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gilbert.
That's cool. You always know when you have a strong melody because you can have it in a language that the listener doesn't necessarily know, which is me.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I love those little stuff. But yeah, that I love the 70s just because it was just the prime era for the string lines. Strings were just everywhere, and then they were just so intricate, and I just loved
the bass lines are really intricate too.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
I mean, for sure, yeah.
The rhythm section is just it's there's nothing that feels stock about it. They're not just playing the root notes. I mean, they have a whole dance taking place underneath the beat as well.
Yeah, I think bass is definitely something in the modern era that has sort of suffered, with exceptions. We've definitely reacted to a lot of modern artists where they're bringing it back, and they're bringing back like the sort of the funky bass and the melodic bass. The bass is moving around because in general with a lot of modern music, it's just kind of like it's there for its sonic presence. So it's just like, okay, just holding down the low end, just getting that. Sometimes they'll use a sub bass where there's no clarity at all, and it's just
right,
which creates a very cool effect.
It does.
It definitely has its place, but I mean, in my heart of hearts, I love a bass line that's doing something that's that's moving around and has a melody to it, because it can create a lot of just interesting combinations of harmonies that are going on. It can really, I mean, to me, like the bass, it's usually underappreciated, but it really can kind of like dictate how the song is gonna be. Like it's kind of like it makes the song go,
and you really don't realize it until it's gone. When if you mute the bass, there's all of a sudden just like everything just drops out. Like I don't mean just that low frequency, but the feeling can really get altered because of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's countless Beatles songs where if you take out Paul McCartney's bass, I mean, it is literally not the same song anymore. It's just he brings so much to it. So nice to get a nice bass line.
Oh, these are great, and you guys saying in the chat too. The first thing I thought of too was also the Bee Gees, just like the head voice melodies and just that part of that era.
Yeah,
and just great musicianship.
Yeah, that's great.
Very cool. A quick shout out to Maria Plevery. If I'm saying your name right. Instead of coffee, no buttons in this screen setup. All good. Thank you very much for the support. And Mary W super chat. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate that.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, who is this lovely young lady?
I don't know. We do know.
Oh, we know. She actually, what's funny about GiGi is that she's the reason we started Reaction Wednesday. She was our first, we experimented with live. Well, because remember our first attempt at a live stream was...
God, I've forgotten a lot of our first attempts at a lot of things.
It was so bad. It was a BTS and just like live. It was just like everything fell apart. Anyway, months later, we switched to a different platform. We decided, hey, let's do a live with GiGi. We did, and that went over so well. We went like an hour long or whatever it was, and that became the first Reaction Wednesday. It happened to be on a Wednesday, and that's where it began. And then we evolved later into TGIFF several weeks later, and here we are today.
Yes. Wow. The one that started it all.
Yep.
Real quick, Chris, thank you for the coffee. Thanks for another epic TGIFF. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, Chris. All right, let's scroll down, catch up. Here we are. Sorry, scroll. Okay. I Who Have Nothing, Tom Jones cover.
Tom Jones.
I who have nothing, I who have no one, adore you and want you so. I'm just a no one with nothing to give you but all. I love you.
Nice.
He buys you diamonds, bright, sparkling diamonds. But believe me, dear, when I say that he can give you the world, but he'll never love you the way I love you.
Ah,
God, she's so good.
yo, the whole band is great too.
He can take you any place he wants, to fancy clubs and restaurants. But I can only watch you win, my nose pressed up against the window pane.
She's killing me.
She's killing it.
It's just, you could feel the tension in her whole body in this. I mean, and then when they pan back, you can actually see she's got closed fists, but you could just feel her presence just tight, but without disrupting this, the pitch accuracy and the airflow. It's just melted into this great, I don't know the words to say what I'm saying. It's just cheesy, and she's amazing.
She is amazing.
She's
Yeah,
so expressive.
Oh, she's got this awesome snarl to her voice. When she can
good word.
bring it.
It's a good word.
Yeah, and I mean, I know the song, not that well, but I don't
Same.
know that I ever heard the Tom Jones version. So I don't know what sort of attitude he brought to it. But I love what she's doing with it. I mean, there's just this angstiness that she's bringing to it. It's just got so much intensity and attitude. And I mean, first of all, love Tom Jones. Tom Jones is in his prime. He was a killer. Like, he was awesome. And this is a hard song. Not a huge range, but it's the whole thing is going upwards. It's ascending. So that I feel like that can be sort of difficult to kind of, it's never like you never get that reprieve of coming back down. It's just always moving up. So da 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 da, da 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 da, and keeping that intensity. I love you. Again, not a huge range, but it's to keep that intensity up. I feel like, and it's all sort of like it's in that chest range where it can be easy to get a little thin as you're going up, and she's maintaining that.
And I think it needs that, because that's what it's like, that tension and release, but it's like a slow build. It's just patient. Mm-hmm. It's that space between the lines, just the way everything's,
Yeah, and the notes are it's harder to sing like longer held out notes. I don't know, than something that's like ascending with quick runs and like a quicker melody.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's I think this is as the kids would say, low key challenging. It doesn't seem like it on the surface, but it is subtly challenging.
Yes. And I think patience is a big part of that, including the band, by the way, because it's like, it's Romeo's the drummer, right? Do I have his name right? So, I mean, he's just like, just to have it just that, the slower you go, the harder it is to maintain time, generally speaking, because the more space in between those hits, the easier it is to falter.
Just like, it's like a vast emptiness of like.
Exactly. And then John, the bass, not John, Jake on the bass, just the way he's glissandoing into parts and everything, it just kind of just lands and just moves slow. That's part of what gives you that slow build, but without that top line with what Gigi's doing, obviously.
Yeah, and some of the guitar lines too at the beginning, those little, those like slick little guitar lines, kind of like, what's that Chris Isaak song? Wicked Game, is it called?
I don't know.
You know that one? The one he's known for. I think it's called Wicked Game, but it's got kind of that little, it's got the whammy bar going. It's got that little, that wobble.
Yeah.
Which creates a really cool vibe. Yeah, I love what the band's doing in this one.
Yep. And then what John doing with it, the piano with these little intricate little moments kind of dresses it up around it. But the tension that she has is just amazing. So let me back it up again just a little bit. Her delivery.
But I can only watch you win. My nose pressed up against the window pane. I who have nothing.
Wow.
I who have no must watch you go dancing by, wrapped in the arms of somebody else. When darling it's all loves you.
Cool, Larry.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. Great grit.
And again.
Wrapped in the arms of somebody else. When darling it's I loves you. I love you.
Oh, I know.
God, she's so good at that, as Philip says, that rock edge.
Yes. Well,
which is even more impressive because she just does everything. She does so many styles and she does it so well.
Right.
And through it just has this really natural tone, which everybody here knows that I love. I love that throwback. It's like you can just give it to her as it, just present her, no frills, and she's just so just has such an engaging tone that you don't need all the extra frills. But you can just put her in any genre, any style, and she just flourishes.
Of course, I'm a sucker for when she does add that texture, the snarl, the grit, the edge. What she did here was she had a moment of that snarl earlier. But what's interesting, the way she creates this isn't the same way. It's not like the larynx lifts up and then she's not like squeezing the throat like that I call it the Hetfield effect, right? Just the Metallica, where it's just larynx is up and the muscles just above the larynx kind of like squeeze and it becomes, the throat becomes coarse. And so it takes the fundamental wave and distorts it, right? Kind of acts like a distortion pedal. What she's doing, it's interesting because she'll have a clear, really clear, crystal clear tone, like, Karen Carpenter, like pitch perfect in clean tone. And then she'll create a wave on top of the vocal folds. So what I mean is, if you can imagine like an ocean wave, you got like one huge wave like this, and that's what the folds are doing, but they're this small. So they're doing this as air's passing between them, pushing air molecules around that creates a sound wave. Our brain interprets it as a sound wave. But then on the folds themselves, like that ocean wave, has ripples. So when she adds a little extra air pressure and a little tension with the folds, that fold has mini ripples on top of the fold, and it gives like that little sandpapery moments, and she fades in and out of it. It's such delicate work to do that while selling it as genuinely emotional, like she's experiencing it at the same time. She's just brilliant.
Yeah. No, she's stylizing that for sure, especially when she does that grit. I mean, that is happening, but somehow she maintains through that. And you said genuine. I think genuine is a great word. It just sounds authentic. It doesn't sound like contrived. It sounds like very natural. And I love, I love her natural voice. She's always GiGi, whatever she's doing. And she can manipulate her voice in a lot of different ways and to match the style she's doing. But it's always got that GiGi magic.
Agreed. Thanks for joining us. Hello, everyone that we didn't say hi to. We appreciate you guys being here. We are going to circle back to GiGi. The poll, I believe, is already done with that one. Ooh, it is. You guys picked a Alanis Morissette song. Sweet.
Oh.
Ironic. We've heard her do You Ought to Know.
You Ought to Know? Yeah.
But we haven't heard this one. All right, awesome. I'm excited to circle back to that. But before we get there, it's Throga time. Woo-hoo. And let me bring in our teacher. Set up a button for this. Hold on. I'm going to see. It's this. No, that's not it. It's this button. There she is.
The one that got me this hip mug.
Yes, it is. So today she is going to teach us how to count. We're going back to the basics, like as if we've gone beyond the basics, but we're going to learn some fundamentals, is what I mean to say.
There you go.
And we're going to learn to count 1 to 10. I figured I'm sure we can put this to good use during our reactions. That'll be good. Oh, you could use it for chords.
I could, yes.
And I could use it to count to 10.
Isa, lima, anim, apat.
Are you reading what's there, or?
Yes. Isa.
I got the Isa. All right, here we go.
Hi, Richard and Johnny. Today I'll teach you to count in Filipino. And we'll try and break it down to make it easier for you. So today we will do 1 to 10. 1, isa.
Hi, Lorna.
1,
Isa. Okay.
isa. 2, dalawa. 2,
Interesting.
dalawa.
Dalawa.
3, tatlo.
Tatlo.
3, tatlo. 4, apat.
Apat.
4, apat. 5, lima. 5, lima. 6, anim.
Anim.
6, anim. 7, pito.
Ito.
7, pito. 8, walo.
We're not to 50 yet.
8, walo.
Walo.
9, siyam.
Siyam.
9, siyam.
Sham. Oh,
10.
okay.
The H is supposed to be it's like really subtle. Siyam.
10,
Siyam.
10.
Sampu.
1 to 10. Isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, lima, anim, pito, walo, siyam, sampu.
Okay.
Oh. I
Still
actually
getting used to where the emphasis is because it's isa and then apat.
dalawa.
So it's like isa, so the emphasis on the sa,
Right.
and then apat, so the lima.
Pat.
Okay,
Okay.
interesting. Okay,
All right. So I will text you this too, Johnny, because this will just so we have this will be a good one for us to know and learn with this
yes.
reference.
Isa.
Some of them are long, like two. Like why is there 3 syllables? It's just a 2.
Hmm.
Speaking.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one isn't instinctual as much as some of the other ones.
I thought it was going to be maybe more similar to Spanish, because I know 1 to 10
Yeah,
in Spanish. I somehow remember that from grade school,
Right.
But there's like nothing here that reminds me
yep,
of that.
yeah. So it takes some elbow grease to learn
Yes,
these
yes.
things. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Francesca, very much for that.
Yes,
And-
and thank you to Vicky, our fellow from down under, bought us 50 coffees once again.
You are amazing.
She's amazing. And she says, magandang gabi umaga po sa lahat trapang Pinoy nagdroga. Maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik sa musikang Filipino music. Okay.
Vicky, I love that you are writing. Just keep going. Write as many paragraphs as you want, because Johnny has to read it, and I enjoy that very much.
Yes, because
And you do really good at it. Your instinct for pronunciation is so much better than mine.
Yeah, just the memorization skills have to.
That's
be
the
developed.
slow part. Yes. Thank you, Vicky. Salamat sa pagkape. We're going to learn 50
Yeah.
eventually, so we're going to work that in as well. And speaking of learning, I practiced. This is just a little reminder for those of you who have requests for next week. Please leave them not in the chat, but in the comments after the live stream. And paki-iwan ang inyong mga request sa comments matapos ang live stream.
Nice.
I appreciate you saying nice. I'm going to take that as it was perfect.
Yes.
We both know Celeste would not approve.
No. Oh, she's great.
I'm working on it.
Firecracker.
All right. Circling back to Darren. Ooh, we got a classic one here, it looks like. Definitely younger. Somebody to Love.
Queen?
Oh, maybe. There's another one. Oh no, Someone to Love is the other song I'm thinking of. That's more recent. All right, so this is 10 years ago, so he would have been 14. And
Okay.
let's check it out.
Somebody to love.
Thanks, guys. Salamat.
Oh, for you I'd write a symphony.
I don't know this
I
song.
tell the violin it's time to sink or swim. Watch them play for you I'd be running 1,000
Where does this song come
miles.
from?
Just get to where you
don't know.
are. Step to the beat of my heart. I don't need a whole lot, but for you I admit I'd rather give you the world, or we can share mine. No, I won't be the first one giving you all this attention. Baby, listen, I just need somebody to love. I don't need too much, I just need somebody to love.
Such an effortless quality.
That, yeah, so good.
I just need somebody to love. I need somebody. I need somebody. I need somebody. I need somebody. Every day I bring the sun around, sweep away the clouds, smile for me. I would take every second, every single time.
Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay.
I don't know this one. So here, I mean, you could hear the youthful quality in his voice, obviously. So he's like 14-ish, 13 maybe, but the skill sets is what's so unusual. So even though you could hear that it is a budding larynx, if you will, the control he has, not just for pitch, but the tone, to have it feel just warm and rested, and there's like this trust that he has with his instrument. I definitely didn't have at 14. I didn't have trust with anything in my body at 14, let alone the coordination for singing. It's just amazing to me.
Yeah, no, there's something very alive about his voice, because it's not just, like you were saying, it's not just a matter of hitting notes. There's like the way he colors the notes and way
Yes.
There's subtle inflections that go by so quick you don't even hear it, but you know it. It's just like those little scoops, and it's not even scoops necessarily going up, because it's usually, that's what I'm talking about when scooping up. It's scooping down sometimes. It's, it's I can't really do it, but it's like it's those little quick like R&B runs and the inflections that just, it's amazing talents like that. It's just like they can just reproduce it so easily. And oh, go ahead.
No, I was just say to your point. So just the up sensation. Now this obviously this is a keyed instrument. This is a non-fretted, non-keyed instrument, so it's fretless in that sense. So on piano, instead of, like you say, if we're reaching, let's say, up to like a high C or something, there's that you usually hear that little implied scoop. Yeah. Versus going right on, and versus coming down. It's like it's harder to like come in on it in that way, because we think vertically typically as singers, and so our instrument responds to that. But also higher notes requires the folds have to vibrate faster. So you're going from a slower speed to a faster speed. It's more natural to slide into the pitch. So to go from one note and then down. So if you're down here and then coming down on the pitch, there is more complicated. It takes more skill sets. It's more advanced to do. And he's demonstrating that at 13, 14 years old.
Yeah, for sure. No, he's got such a grasp on it all so early in his life.
Yeah.
This performance in particular, you can hear the connection between where he is here and then where he's going to be in 10 years. Like it's totally different voice, totally different stylistic choices. I mean, way different influences, I'm sure. And when you're that age, of course, you're usually a product of your influences, really. And then as you go along, you try to find your own thing. But you can hear that. You can hear that sort of breathy tone as he gets into those high register. It's like, okay, that warmth,
yes,
that velvety thing that we were talking about with the first performance. It's cool to see. I'm always so fascinated by the progression from, when if you're a great young singer and you have all these recordings of you, and just to hear that, it's like you can kind of hear them discovering things. You can hear just the natural progression, and then and also the stuff that's discovered and more more intentional changes that you add and stylistic things.
Yeah, what a great singer. And Malu, thank you so much for this reminder. West Tone, these are in-ears. They're amazing. And while we're talking about sponsors, reminder, we've got a lot more people here now. If you're going to see Darren and Morissette perform in Houston on June 14th, let us know in the chat or the comments after this live stream. Unfortunately, Johnny and I can't be there, but Art and Latte, our Diamond Thronely members, have took out a sponsor for that event on our behalf. They're going to be representing us there. We're very excited about that. Our TGIFF intro is going to be playing on the big screen, and they're going to have a booth set up there, some handouts, and so please stop by to say hi. And if you can maybe leave a little video message for Johnny and I, we'd love to see that you're there and see you virtually in person if in any way possible. So we're really excited to play a small role in that event. And eventually we're going to see them live, all in due time, I suppose.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. In the meantime, also we had some coffees come in. Francesca, our resident tutor, and coffee mug buyer.
Dare to be adequate sign.
Dare to be. Oh yeah,
that's my favorite.
One of my favorites. Good way to live, reasonable goals. Yeah, so she bought 5 coffees. She says, cheers to the budding Filipino larynxes you love to feature. Thanks for another awesome TGIF. And then Latte Lover coming in as always. She says she bought 5 coffees. Love the choices today, and thanks for giving me more Darren before the concert in Houston. Okay.
Yes. Thank you again for being there on our behalf. We're very excited to have you present, and thank you. Salamat sa pagkape.
Yeah, salamat.
Here we go.
I just need somebody to love. I need somebody. I need somebody. I need somebody. I just need somebody to love. I need somebody.
That tone.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, with the vibrato there too.
That vibrato, the way it kicks in, it's
so good.
So honed at that age. And so that's a Bieber song, as we found out. I mean, to me, Bieber's obviously a great singer, always has been. There's a maturity in Darren's delivery that even more so than Justin at that age. I think there's just
I agree.
The tone's a little fuller. I mean, the runs he's doing. Justin always sounded so young until he, changed. His voice changed probably 15 or 16. Yeah. I'm not a Justin Bieber expert, so I don't know exactly when.
You didn't have the Bieber fever?
No, not so much. I respect him as an artist. I think he's very good. But I think it's so. I mean, Darren's talent at such a young age is just ridiculous, remarkable.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Ang susunod na kanta ay Ipagpatawad. Ipagpatawad Mo? What?
Okay.
What is Ipagpatawad Mo?
Ipagpatawad Mo. It reminds me, that's Christy's favorite character in the movie WALL-E. So we watched WALL-E the other week, and there's a character
I haven't seen that in a while.
Like Mo. He loves Mo. I love Mo too. WALL-E's a great movie.
It really is. Eva.
It only takes a moment for your eyes to meet, and then
beautiful. Love that song.
Please forgive is the translation. Thank you guys for that. Sanama.
Okay.
We had a coffee come in for a hit play.
Yes, from Random Young Larynx, aka Art Noxon, bought us a coffee, and he said, "Richard, how can I bud too?" Yeah. I think he's got plenty of bud. I think Art has plenty of bud. The herbal kind. Just kidding.
Ipagpatawad mo, aking kapangahasan.
Just nice. Vibrato's got this really cool like pulse.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Neville-esque.
Aaron Neville, yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Ipagpatawad mo at kung may naguguluhan, di ko masisi na ako pagtakhan. Di nga dapat ako pagtiwalaan. Alam kong kailan lang tayo nagkatagpo, ngunit parang sa'yo ayaw nang lumayo. Ipagpatawad mo, minahal kita agad. Minahal kita agad. Minahal kita
Chocolate.
agad. Ipagpatawad mo.
You just don't hear this. There's so many things happening that are just
Yeah.
lost in this era of music right now. That's coming out. There's just so
Yeah.
many gems, just sonic, the soundscapes being chosen with it, the real trumpets, the what organ is that? It's a
What organ?
it's not what is that sound? That
The electric piano?
electric piano. It's just electric piano. Do you have like a Wurlitzer or anything mixed in with it? I don't know. It felt
Maybe.
just it had a little bit of a like a Leslie kind of sound to it. Just a little
not
bit
sure.
kind of mixed in.
Yeah, but I love so the song is in F sharp minor. I have to hear it again. I get the melody in my head, but
Right.
so it's minor, but then it goes to that major F sharp, which sets up the B minor chord that it goes to. Just little subtle things like that. I'm just a huge fan of, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's keep listening.
Yeah. I was enjoying your stillness. I'll back it up here a little bit. It's sung with, there's just a delicate approach to it, like I mentioned earlier. The way the vibrato is, it's airy. It's just everything. If I can borrow from your vocabulary, would you put this under the baby making music? Is that in that genre? Is that where you would put this?
I think that's a possibility for sure. Yeah.
Probably is a Rhodes keyboard, Dreamcast.
Yeah, it's probably a different road.
It's a breakup song.
Oh.
All right, so it didn't go very well. So this,
No.
this is the post baby making music.
Kind of has a stylistics vibe there.
Yeah. Yep. You make me feel brand new. Nice. Ooh. It's fading with the lyrics going up. It's like the slowest fade out ever.
It is. Yeah.
Fade or end? They didn't decide. The mixer was like, we're not sure what they wanted to do with it there.
Yeah. Yeah, even a song like that, which on the surface seems very simple. I mean, there's key changes happening all the time. It modulates to, starts out in F sharp and then it goes up a full step and it's going to like, this isn't a good sound. Yeah, just I like it. And then just the smoothness of those Bee Gees
Totally so even if the word doesn't have an H in it, it's just that it's called an aspirate attack where you purposely lead with the air. Mm-hmm. It's not part of the word necessarily. Like even if the word is "and I love you," be and it's like the H right. Everywhere. It just kind of like gives it like kind of spills into some sort of. It's just a stylistic choice, obviously, but I do think Bee Gees very much.
Right. But in this song, it wouldn't be "and I love you." It'd be like "I don't love you."
Yeah,
yeah, it's so smooth. It's so smooth.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, not a breakup song.
Not a breakup song.
For falling so quick. Oh, okay.
We believe everything in the chat, so our minds change quickly along with it.
Yeah, right. Either way, some babies were made by the listening of this song.
Oh my goodness. All right. We have a super chat. Darth Invader is here. Because of GiGi, I found your fantastic channel. Wow, that's awesome. And we see you often, so we appreciate you hanging out with us on our Fridays, as always. So, fun little story with the stylistics. Russell Tompkins Jr., Johnny and I produced a track with him years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And this was, I was a young teacher at that point, and I was like super hardcore into, don't drink coffee, don't have any caffeine, don't have it. Like, I was just like really like
no alcohol. Yeah.
Just like super hardcore. Take care of your voice. It has to be perfect to get the most out of it. It just, I've loosened up a lot. I've had a lot of reality checks over the years.
Yeah.
And this legend walks in and, he's got coffee. Did he smoke? I don't remember if he was a smoker or not. I don't remember, but
I don't think when we met him, but I'm sure he definitely in his day.
He just had a coffee in hand, and we were doing it was a remake of "You Make Me."
So
Make Me
that's
Feel
what
Brand
my
New, right?
love. I'll never find the words, my love. And then Russell did the. And you made me feel. Wait. How's it go?
Brand new.
You make me feel brand new. Yeah, so he did the high part. Yeah,
great line.
Falsetto, or head voice, falsetto voice.
Yeah, beautiful tone, everything else. So there he is with his coffee, and we got everything ready, and I'm just a little anxious, going like, is he gonna warm up? It's just like he doesn't have any water yet. It's just like, this is gonna take forever. And we're like, let's do a track to get the levels, and he just delivered it. It was like, oh, we're done. And I was just like, that was the disillusioned young teacher in me. It was just like, wait, you can sing that good without prep? Because I struggled as a vocalist, so I had to like follow all these rules to get like the most out of my instrument. And then you got
he did prep. It's just his prep is what his prep was.
The previous 50 years.
No, his that's true. Yeah. His prep was to drink a beer and have coffee right before. That was his routine before.
Exactly. That's right. He had a beer. It was like, I forgot about that. I forgot. It was a beer and coffee. It was like, no. It was great.
Listen, he did something right in those years.
He was awesome.
Sure. Yeah, he's a legend.
All right, here we go. Ironic with GiGi.
Don't you think?
quite the outfit on.
An old man turned 98. He won the lottery and died the next day. It's a black fly in your Chardonnay. It's a death row pardon. 2 minutes too late.
Have I mentioned that I think she's awesome?
You have, but I will. You can say it as much as you want because it's true.
Obviously, we haven't heard anything lavish or fantastic in terms of range or whatever with the song yet, right? But going back to what I mentioned earlier about pacing, the space between the notes, it's da 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 da, it's like vocal fry breath. And I know Alanis wrote the song with that built in. It was conversational, so I mean, it's not like she's inventing it. She hasn't really reinvented the style of the song or delivery. But there's such a patience in that delivery. It's knowing just when to pull back. There's all these little staccato moments that make it feel suspenseful. Because without that spacing, the notes don't have any value either. And it's just a great little simple example of that.
Definitely patient. To me, it falls under the umbrella of just being super present and connected and in control. I mean, such a great storyteller. This, the beginning part of the song, but the last song, totally different story being told, but
yes.
Totally in it. I mean, and her and the storytelling are one entity, and this it's just like everything from it's your facial expressions, just and the pauses. When you're really into what you're doing and you're really trying to tell the story. I mean, the pauses just happen naturally because you're so into it, and the timing is it's like a great actor. It's like you're not like counting to yourself, all right, wait 4.5 seconds before you come in with this. It's like, no, you're in it. So the timing comes out naturally.
Yeah, it's a great example of it.
Yeah, no, she's a great storyteller.
All right. So I'm backing it up. I'm going to play it longer this time. Obviously, I just had to jump in on that because it was such a great example of it.
Love her facial expressions.
Oh, that's the storytelling part of it too. Yeah. Always connected.
It's a black fly.
Feels like she's thinking of these lyrics as they're coming. It feels
exactly. There's no autopilot happening yet.
And it's too late. Isn't it ironic?
Oh.
Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's a good advice that I just didn't take. And who would have thought it figures? Was it played safe? Was afraid to fly? He packed his suitcase and kissed his kids goodbye. He waited his whole
What's happening?
life to take that.
Pause. Is it stuttering for you too? Everything got like super weird.
Oh yeah, very stuttery. Yeah.
Okay, let me just back it up a little bit. Not sure what was going on there.
He packed his suitcase and kissed his kids goodbye. He waited his whole damn life to take that flight. And as the plane crashed down, he thought, well, isn't this nice? And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's a good advice
channeling the Alanis there.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Love is a funny way of having you out when you think everything's gone wrong and everything blows up in your face.
She's just playing with it.
Yeah.
Traffic jam when you're already late. No smoking sign on your cigarette break. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. It's meeting the man of my dreams and then meeting his beautiful wife. And isn't it ironic?
She's
Don't you think? A little too ironic. Yeah, I really do think it's like rain.
she should be an actress too.
She should.
It's a free ride. Way I've already paid. It's a good advice that you just didn't take. And who would have thought it figures? Well, life is a funny way. It's sneaking up on you. Life is a funny, funny way. And life is a funny way, sneaking up on you. Oh, and life is a funny, funny way. And life is a funny way, sneaking up on you. And life is a funny, funny way. And life is a funny way, sneaking up on you. And love is a funny, funny way of helping you out, helping you out. And isn't it ironic? Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Delana and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm with John Cruz and Throga Marquez. Yay! Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and
John,
hit the notification
Why is his head so
bell.
big?
I hope you guys enjoyed my video.
Oh my goodness.
And don't forget to like and
Subscribe and ring that bell.
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
she's great. She's awesome.
They were so much fun.
Great delivery. Great song too.
I was like,
Alanis, no joke. Yeah.
yeah, so like everybody else, like totally
Right.
hung up on that album. It's just so brilliantly done.
Yeah, I mean her concepts for songs are so right on, and when you have a great concept, it kind of writes itself. Like I can almost envision her being like, I want to write a song called Ironic, and then as soon as you have a great title like that, it's just like, okay, yeah, you just write about these incredibly, ironic situations, and I don't know, it's just that always perks me up as a songwriter when somebody's like, oh, let's write a song about this, and it's called this. I'm like, okay, song written.
It
it's
just, it just kind of
then it
unfolds.
Yeah, it just unfolds so naturally.
Yes.
But yeah, again, great. As we found out, she is an actress, which makes sense. I mean, she just has that. And I think there's a reason why there's
didn't
such a
see that.
crossover with artists, singers,
yeah.
singers in particular, and actors, because there's similar skill sets that have to take place, in expressing a story. But
there's a definitely definitely related skill, but there's other
different, for
factors.
sure.
Yeah, because it doesn't always work. We've seen that too.
No.
Where it's like no.
right.
Yeah, but she's just so
But there
well
are things that overlap. Yeah.
for sure. Well, that was amazing, but we're not done. We have time. We haven't watched any just like fun everyday singing in a
Some
while.
in a mall. Yeah.
Yeah, we you know what? I have one in a classroom today
Oh,
that I want to check out. Yes. And
Probably no beer involved though, because I do like the drunk ones too.
there's
like the
probably
drunk
not.
videos, but probably
I mean,
not in
I
the
don't know.
classroom.
I haven't watched it, but I don't believe beer is involved in this one.
Depends on how cool the school is.
There is that possibility. It's a homeschool experience.
Yeah, that's right.
But before I play that, heads up for next week, Miss Katrina. We're going to react to her. So in the comments after the live stream, paki-iwang ang inyong mga request sa comments matapos ang live stream.
Oh, you're
Leave
blowing me
those
away.
requests in the live stream after. What I just said. I have to say it in English to remember what did I just say? Because I'm just trying to memorize it right now. So for Katrina, Mission Souls, returning back to them. We've had a lot of requests for them again coming in, but we don't have a third. So song choices for Katrina and Mission Souls, and let us know a new artist we have not reacted to yet that you would like to see in the comments after the live stream would be amazing. And we are going to check out this classroom performance. So this is on Instagram. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this set up
Life is a
here.
funny way.
Is this Akin Ka Na Lang? It is.
God.
What? You know what? He's the teacher's just as talented in a very different way
Yes,
as the singer. All right, let's hear this again. This is just you guys have told us over and over again. This is just happens. This is like math class or something. You just pass around the mic. Like what?
But I love that she's actually getting her due, because sometimes, because the talent pool is so
That's
thick,
true. You're just like, oh, here's another one.
it's just so saturated with so many good singers. Dude, people are just like, yeah.
Oh my
Cool.
god.
But no, they're-
Yeah. Oh, she's awesome. Oh, she's good. I know this is obviously
Man.
entertaining on multiple levels, but I mean, her execution is and she's just a kid in English class. I don't know.
God, if school was like that, I bet you would have showed up a lot more.
My attendance would have been so much better.
Yeah.
It was not great.
No, it was not.
It's really not good. It was just like how so.
What's the bare minimum I could do to pass? But which is a skill in and of itself. Trying to figure out putting as much energy into trying to be as lazy as possible.
And that was often the argument with the principal and the counselor at the school, which is I would bring up the bylaws and let them know I was within the rights to stay in school and still pass, despite what they were telling me, because according to the state and the county rules, I'm still allowed to be here and get to the next grade.
Yes. Spending 4 hours studying the bylaws instead of studying for the test.
Which would have taken 20 minutes.
Yes.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? That's why I love you, though.
All right, here's another one. This should be fun. This is in spirit of a reaction to Katrina next week. This is another Instagram. This is her doing a one breath challenge. All right,
Oh,
what is this? Hold on.
I give my all to have just one more night with you. I'd risk my life. Take me all your body next to mine, 'cause I got
kidding me?
I'm
Oh my
timing
God.
that. Hold on.
Holy Nikes.
All right, hold on.
I give my all to have just one more night with you. I risk my life.
This isn't just one note at one volume.
No, it's many notes. I mean, I can barely do that just holding my breath without doing anything. Like,
Jeez.
that's nuts. I mean, I say so many times how much I like, like, oh, I love the natural voice, which I do, and I talk about how it's great, it doesn't have to be adorable stuff. Then I hear her, I'm just like, oh, that's what I like. Actually, that's what I don't know what I like. I like
That's
it all.
what it is. Never mind.
Because I mean, she's just, talk about just a technician at the highest caliber in the whole world. I mean, that's just ridiculously ridiculous.
So let's do the relativity of this. All right. So this is roughly 40.46 seconds. I might have been slightly off on that.
Mm-hmm.
The Guinness World Record for the longest scream, meaning her belted moment would have.
I thought you were going to bring up your own record.
I am. I own this one too.
Oh, you do?
So yeah, I do. No, my hair. Talking about me.
So I guess we haven't learned from last week where we were just self-glorifying.
We've learned nothing. I'm going to double down. But this is my point. That is 46 seconds. And that's just a note. It's a little bit textured, but it's at the volume of her belts. Here's the difference, though. She's tiny. My lung capacity, like the size of my lungs, are significantly larger.
You have a girthy lung, for sure.
I have. Sure. Some would say I've got a meat and potato amount of lungs.
Meat and potatoes. Not the right use, Richard.
So I have a massive genetic advantage over her. So if she wanted to take that record from me, she can, and I would happily hand over the torch because she should have that. She would just need a little prep in terms of like the rules. Like someone tell her that there's, just give it to her right now because she's amazing.
She's just ridiculous. I mean, just jaw dropping. And I love that you have so many world records. I can't even keep them straight. I can't even remember the ones you got.
Well, the main one I have is the continuous note. That's just a single note, and its official record is 2 minutes and 1 second, which is obviously more than 40 seconds. But that's steady. That's just way less complex than what she's doing. It's just different animals.
Richard's lugs have massively butted.
They have massively butted lungs.
I'm always impressed how we were talking about this the other day, like Richard and I just off air, just how we never go in with a theme, but we always end with a theme. There's something that happens, and we just
something in the beginning.
Yes, with the help of our wonderful viewers who pick up everything.
Thank you for
most notably
that out. All right, well, that's who we're reacting next week. Again, let us know what songs you want us to check out. Hey, here it is again.
Thanks,
this time it's for real, sadly. Also, let us know what to react to with Mission Souls and what new artists you have not reacted to yet you'd like to check out. The week after, I'll let you know, is our George Canseco. If I'm saying his name right, he's a composer, and we're going to check out his content. So you guys have been requesting that. We're going to do a special on him. That is coming. And that is it for now. We hope you all had a wonderful time. Have a great weekend.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the coffees. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for just being with us. We love you.
We do. Mahal. Mahal kita. It's I love you. What's the we love you? Mahal. Namin kayo.
Namin kayo.
Bye.
Namin kayo.